Hello and welcome. My name is Haley with Chakra Skin, and today we are in beautiful Longmont, Colorado. I am with Jessica Brock of JMarie Skin Studio, and we also have Zoe Rose, our Chakra Skin business partner and production manager, who's going to be our lovely model today. Jessica has won the 2020 ASCP Skin Deep Magazine Esthetician of the Year Award, and so it's truly a pleasure to be here today with her and to experience the Chakra Skin facial routine done by no other than Jessica.
Thank you.
Will you go ahead and let everyone know kind of what you do here in Longmont on your day-to-day and how long you've been in the business doing this?
Sure. So I'm the owner of JMarie Skin Studio here in Longmont, Colorado. We're a full-blown medical spa, so we do everything from injectables to Botox, laser, lots of botanical and medical grade skincare, along with platelet-rich plasma, body contouring, and so many other things. So really my jam is kind of blending a little bit of the medical and the botanical with my skincare routines. So, I feel like by nature the body wants to be at health, and I try to mimic that as best as possible when I am treating skin. However, there's some instances where you just need some bigger guns, and when we need those, we can always go to, the injectables, the lasers, and some of those bigger hitters. So.
All right, Jessica, I just wanted to first find out what you think about CBD skincare and kind of what your perceptions are with it used inside of practices.
Sure. Well, I'm really excited about the use of CBD in skincare because it has a lot of major anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. The endocannabinoid system is kind of responsible for maintaining homeostasis in the entire system. So when we are using cannabinoids to kind of hit those receptors, we're kind of bringing balance to the entire body. For instance, with the face, let's say someone is acneic and they have an overproduction of sebum, then we are going to bring that homeostasis by regulating that sebum production. So in terms of someone who is really inflamed, maybe they have rosacea or some of those inflammatory skin conditions, by introducing CBD, we're able to bring balance and reduce some inflammation into, the skin. So it's a super powerhouse for, just regulating the overall balance of the skin.
Great. Well, I love that you end on just the note of balance, and that's kind of what we were aiming ourselves towards with the Chakra Skin line. We've created a system of products to encapsulate everything you need for a CBD facial routine. And if somebody was going to come into your med spa looking for a CBD facial, how would you describe this system to them?
Well, in our med spa, we call it the Hempshule Facial. And the way we do it in our spa is really making sure that we create an experience, not just giving a mean facial, right? So for us, you enter the room, the bed is warm, the room smells like Palo Santo or like sage, so it's very earthy. The music is usually some Native American kind of instrumentals. We have sage burning, we have candles lit. So first off, it's really about creating that experience. I love to start all of my CBD facials off by offering them a tincture of CBD. So they'll do an oral tincture, and it really kind of helps your client just relax and take a really nice time out. So Zoe has already begun her service with our oral CBD tincture, and it's a good reminder to let your clients know that there are not any psychoactive effects of doing CBD oral tinctures. It just kind of gives you a nice exhale. So that's a lovely way to start your facial. After that, we're going to go ahead and begin our facial with a first cleanse. So we're going to start off by using the makeup remover. I really love this product. It's one of my favorites in the Chakra Skin line. This is really more of a cleanser. So your first cleanse should really be either a oil, a cream, a milk, or a foam-based cleanser. You want to put those cleansers on dry skin. You don't want to use any water initially. And the reason being is because those things are going to adhere to the dirts and the oils and help break those things down. So the goal here is to break down the dirts, the oil, and the makeup. Okay. I also use this part of my routine as my facial massage. I want to get that lymphatic system kind of boosted. I want to also improve the circulation in the skin and kind of get blood flowing and get everything moving in here. So this is also where I do my facial massage. Essentially, what we're doing, breaking down the dirts, the oils, the makeups, and then we're also infusing the skin with some really good nutrients. So I want to talk to you about some of my favorite ingredients in this particular product. So one of them is jojoba oil, and jojoba is actually one of the few oils that are really safe to use in acne. And the reason being is that jojoba has the same pH as sebum. So when we give the skin a little bit of jojoba, we're kind of telling the skin, hey, I have some sebum. So by doing so, we're stopping the production of sebum because the skin's going, hey, I have enough of what I need, no need to make any more. So that's why I really love jojoba with acne. I know that most acne clients are kind of afraid of using oils. Jojoba is really safe and great to use in acne. So we have that one. Next, one of my other favorites is yarrow essential oil, and you're going to see that kind of consistent throughout the chakra line. It's a really great antiseptic, so it's going to act as an antibacterial, and it also really helps repair the skin cells. When you smell this product, it has a light hint of yarrow, and it's really nice. I love those kind of earthy smells in this product. Next, we have rosehip oil. Now, rosehip oil is kind of the Mac Daddy of anti-aging products, and you see it in a lot of anti-aging skincare products. So if you look at a rose, you know, the petals are really supple, they're really smooth, and essentially when you take that essence from the plant, you're going to mimic that characteristic in your skin. So rosehip is just a beautiful product. So not only are we breaking down all those dirts and oils, but we are also treating and infusing the skin with a lot of really great nutrients. So now we're going to use a hot towel to remove this cleanser. I really like using microfiber towels, and the reason being is because it kind of gives a nice gentle exfoliation to the skin. Have you ever had like dry fingers and grabbed a microfiber towel and it just kind of sticks to you? Well, you know, when we use that on the skin, it's going to kind of stick to some of those dead skin cells, some of that dry skin. So microfiber towels are really awesome to get a nice gentle exfoliation. And if you use a black one, you know, you're not going to ruin all your towels at home.
And is there any like discrepancies? Like, would you do the same oil cleansing process for somebody that didn't come in with a face full of makeup?
I would use the same oil cleansing process for anybody, all skin types, yes. Unless, of course, there was an allergen to any of the ingredients in the list, then you might want to switch that up a little bit. You want to make sure that when you're using your microfiber towel that you really press it into the skin, because the goal is to get those oils to kind of melt into the skin and then do your removal process.
Beautiful. So now that the face is fully cleansed, or you would say with the oil process.
Sure.
And so now we're going to move into the second step, which is another form of cleansing, our exfoliating cleanser. And Jess, do you want to explain kind of what that product is and how it differentiates from the first one?
Sure. Okay, so now we are ready to begin our second cleanse. So we're going to use the exfoliating cleanser. First off, this is really safe to use every day. I actually use mine twice a day and have my clients use it twice a day. It's a very gentle exfoliation. Some of my favorite ingredients in this product is, one, they have aloe. So aloe is really nice because it just kind of helps calm the skin, gives you that little hint of moisture. Number 2 is tea tree. Tea tree is really great for breaking down bacteria again. But one of my absolute favorite ingredients in this product is the pumice. So it has a light little pumice exfoliator in here. It's very fine, it's granular, and essentially that's what's going to give you that exfoliation, right? So pumice is really nice because it will help exfoliate all of those dead skin cells. Great for people with eczema, with psoriasis, keratosis, those types of conditions. It's gentle enough to do it more than one time a day and use daily. When I apply this, I do like to wet my hands because you don't want to cause any abrasions to the skin, and you'll just kind of gently exfoliate. So I like to wet my hands, kind of create this lather, and then just kind of get that all into the skin, exfoliate any problem areas where blackheads, makeup, and things might collect, like around the nose and in the forehead, and then you can remove. When I'm using anything that is granular, I like to remove that with sponges. I just find that the towels kind of collect all of those little granular bits, and then you end up with granular bits all over your client, right? So using sponges is really helpful to remove this. So another beautiful ingredient in this particular cleanser is probiotics. So probiotics, again, goes back to creating balance in the skin, right? So sometimes when we have acne, we use a lot of antibiotics, clindamycin, all of those things. Our derms are pretty good at prescribing us meds to kind of treat those things. And when we use those types of products, essentially we're killing all the bacteria in the skin, right? Good and bad. It can't decipher between the two. So we need bacteria in the skin in order for it to be healthy. So probiotics are a great way to get those little hints of good bacteria. Okay, so again, restoring homeostasis, bringing balance to the skin, and I think that's what Chakra Skin does really, really well.
Now that the face is fully cleansed and exfoliated, we'll move into the next part of our professional use routine, and is only available for pro use, and is our dehydrated face masks. Jess will be demonstrating our oat and sulfur dehydrated face mask. And so let's dive right in and see how you would go about applying this.
Okay, fantastic. So this here is the Chakra Skin dehydrated algae, oat, and sulfur mask. This is one of my favorite masks to use for acne, rosacea, just really angry skin. So I'm going to teach you how to mix this up, and then I am going to talk to you a little bit more about the properties, okay? Here's the dehydrated mask, and essentially it's about a good, this is probably even a little bit too much. I'd give it a good scoop, maybe about 2 teaspoons or so, 2 to 3 teaspoons if you're doing face and neck. And you want to be really mindful of how you mix this. I really enjoy mixing this with other hydrosols versus just straight up water, because you're also infusing other nutrients in those hydrosols into the product. One of my favorites is this rose hydrosol, so I'm going to go ahead and just slowly start adding water to this product. So this particular hydrosol, again, has those benefits of rose. You want to make sure that you do not overwater this initially. You want it to kind of be the consistency of a buttermilk, maybe. I've also made my own lemongrass hydrosol. So once I get to this point, I'm going to just kind of moisten and wet this product versus over dumping water in here, and continue to thin that out. And you're just kind of playing a little chemist, and this is one of my favorite parts of what we do, is just blending and mixing different ingredients together. And this is really close, it's getting there. So now I'm going to gently just continue to moisten that product. what you'll find in any products that have those brown algae, kelp, things like that, is that they're going to have those small hints of seaweed, right? So I find that when I use a hydrosol to apply this mask and it has hints of rose and lemongrass and things like that, it makes the aroma a little bit more pleasant. Plus, who doesn't like aromatherapy during their facial? So this consistency is just right. I like to use a horsehair brush. I just find that it is easier to apply the mask that way. And now we're going to go ahead and apply. So I'm going to start here with this mask, and I'm going to do downward strokes, and I'm just going to continue to work this into the skin. You want a really nice thin layer of product here. What I find is that this spreads a lot more easily than most clay masks. It has a beautiful consistency, and aside from allergens, it's pretty safe and gentle to use on most skin types. But again, this is going to be my go-to product for that angry, sensitive, inflamed skin.
And even if the skin isn't like angry or inflamed, like is it good for dry, aging skin as well?
Absolutely. And we can talk a little bit more about those benefits. First off, algae is a powerhouse for building collagen. So it's a great moisturizer. It helps promote collagen synthesis. So you're going to see algae in a lot of anti-aging products, and it's becoming a lot more popular. The seaweed in general is just a really interesting organism in the sense that it kind of repairs itself, right? So if it has a break, if it has, a tear, it's going to go in and repair itself. So when you, again, take the essence of that and you mimic that in your products and mimic that in your skin, you're going to help boost your body's own ability to repair, right? Repair tissue, reduce inflammation, and so on. So you're going to start seeing a lot of algae in a lot of different products here.
Well, that's amazing and great to know that we're on the leading edge with ingredient formulation.
Totally. So while this mask is sitting, this is a really great time to introduce aromatherapy or body work for your client. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep dive into some of the ingredients. So we were talking a little bit about algae, and really organic kelp is one of the most nutrient rich of all of the seaweeds. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals. It really helps moisturize the skin and protect the skin from transepidermal water loss. It will help protect the barrier and also promote collagen synthesis. And essentially, with all of these healing and strengthening properties in the seaweed, it's also going to help eliminate fine lines and wrinkles, which will help leave your client with a more youthful appearance. One of my favorite ingredients in this mask is colloidal oatmeal. So colloidal oatmeal is really great for soothing. A lot of you probably remember back in the days if you had like poison ivy or a rash, or in my time we had chickenpox. So they would throw us in a bath full of oatmeal. And oats are really great for soothing. So when you grab this mask, you're thinking of that client with inflamed acne, cystic acne, psoriasis, eczema, who would normally not use a clay on, because of these other properties, makes it really soothing for your clients. So the colloidal oatmeal is a great benefit if you're looking to just calm angry skin. One of the other components is kaolin clay. So kaolin clay is a mix of silica and aluminum, right? And this is a very fine granular clay. What I like about clay masks and acne is that it really helps pull impurities along with the French green clay, and that's kind of what gives it this green tint, is the French green clay. So with the kaolin and the French green clay, you're breaking down and absorbing all of the sebum, the oils, all of those things that cause acne, all of the dead skin cells. Essentially what happens is when this mask dries up, it's going to kind of suck all of those things out of the skin. So kind of look at it as your detoxifier along with your exfoliator, okay? One of the other ingredients that is in this product is thyme. So thyme has a lot of antibacterial properties, which is really nice for the skin. Again, we're not giving it those big hits of benzoyl peroxide or anything like that. We're using those natural botanicals to try and detoxify, remove impurities, and also eliminate bacteria from the skin. You want to let this sit on the skin for about 10 minutes before you remove.
Now we're at the point in the system where the mask has fully dried and we're ready for the removal. Is there any special techniques that you personally use to best take off the masks?
Yeah, absolutely. When I am removing the any clay mask, really, I like to use a brush method, and I use just a cleanser and a brush to kind of swish that around and start breaking down the clay. Clays usually are the most difficult to remove, but as you can see here, where her skin is cracking or where the mask is cracking, that is where the skin and the mask is drying, and it's essentially pulling up all of those impurities. So you really want to make sure that you don't begin the removal process until you see this part happening, because that's going to give you the most detoxification of the skin. So let's go ahead and get into removing here. So I just mixed a bit of cleanser in with water, and we're going to start breaking this down. So you want this to get just a little foamy here. And now I'm going to use this brush to just kind of start breaking down this mask. I like going in a circular motion and working my way up towards the lymphatic system. By doing this type of removal process, you're also helping stimulate the lymphatic system, which will help the skin and the body remove toxins. So as you're doing a detox protocol, nice to kind of help those systems along the way with detoxification. It's also a really nice additive if you remove this under steam. For the sake of filming today, we're not going to demonstrate that. And to me, this is a lot more gentle way to remove a clay mask versus using sponges and causing any type of abrasions to the skin. And now that I have a really nice pass there, I'm going to go ahead and apply some heat to this. Okay, so we have a nice hot steam towel. I have a sage essential oil in here, and it's just a really nice way to add some of those luxury treatments to your facial. And voila, so we have removed the mask. You can see she has a really nice glow without any products on. Now it's really important to go ahead and restore some of those minerals and give the skin some hydration.
Now that we're at this point in the routine with all of the cleansing done and the dehydrated mask complete, we're going to move into the restorative and moisturizing process of the Chakra Skin routine. First off, in the moisturization sequence, what product do you like to start out with, Jess?
Yes, so in the moisturizing sequence, I really like to start off with the face cream. And it's not typical for us as estheticians to put on our creams before are serums, but this one is really unique because this particular cream is loaded with hyaluronic acid. So this is actually your water-based moisturizer and your oil-based moisturizers all in one. Hyaluronic acid is really great for adding hydration to the skin, so it's good for that dehydrated skin. Hyaluronic acid holds about 1,000 times its weight in water, so essentially that's going to plump up fine lines and wrinkles and just make the skin look a little bit more glowy, as we like to call it. A couple of my other favorite ingredients we'll go over, but before I add the hyaluronic acid, I always like to begin with a toner, because toners really help set the skin's pH back to neutral, which is where all of these products are tested, right? So we want to make sure that the skin is at optimal levels to receive product before we start introducing those. So I use a water-based toner, just a nice little hit of that. That'll help drive all of those products into the skin. So the face cream is, again, your water-based moisturizer. So we're going to use a small amount here and go ahead and apply that guy. So again, this has the HA. It also has spirulina. Now, spirulina is a really incredible ingredient in skincare because it has a lot of antioxidant properties. So antioxidants are really great for scavenging the skin of free radicals. So when people come into me with hyperpigmentation or brown spots, that is all free radical damage. So essentially, spirulina is going to help combat that, right? So it helps brighten up the skin, even out the skin tone. It also helps boost the skin's immune system. So it makes it a very unfriendly environment for bacteria to kind of live. Again, this product, you're going to see that yarrow, you're going to see those rose hip oils, and it's just a really beautiful moisturizer. And again, one of the main components in here is that high dose CBD, right? CBD is really our main ingredient in every single one of these products throughout the Chakra Skin line. CBD is anti-inflammatory, has a lot of antibacterial, antifungal, and antimicrobial properties. So it's going to reduce inflammation. It's going to target any of those bacteria and funguses and microbes and things like that. And then it also is a super antioxidant. So there's a ton of studies out on the benefits of CBD and reducing inflammation and also its antioxidant properties. So make sure that you are doing your homework, and you're going to find a lot of information about that.
With the Moisturizing Cream complete, there are only 2 other products to touch upon, and we will dive into the next product in the sequence, which is the face serum and primer.
So now we're going to move into the serum. Again, I love the serum because of the CBD. You get those anti-inflammatory properties. It's a beautiful product, and it's just going to kind of help lock all of those nutrients into the skin. Loaded with a lot of really great botanicals. So again, you have that rosehip oil, which is going to help with the anti-aging component. You have lavender, which is going to be really soothing and calming to the skin. You also have hints of yarrow, and it's just a really beautiful botanical blend of nutrients.
So the serum is definitely like the last sealing layer for the entire face. We like to finish up our Chakra Skin sequence with a peptide gel eye serum to complete the whole entire routine. Jess, would you give us a little bit of insight as to what the ingredients do for that area of your skin?
Sure. So with the eye serum, what I like to do is tap that into the skin, mostly because I want to start improving the circulation here. The benefits of using the eye serum, one, it has a lot of aloe, cucumber extract. So those are really great for adding hydration and moisture to the skin. You have the CBD once again, so you have those anti-inflammatory properties that's going to really help get rid of that puffiness. One of my favorite ingredients in the eye serum is the niacinamide. So niacinamide is a B vitamin, and essentially what it does is it helps improve the circulation. So it's going to improve the stagnation, which is going to help with that brown circling. And then you have a peptide complex, which is also your building blocks for building collagen, eliminating crow's feet. So after this guy, we're going to finish her off with the sunscreen, add a nice little lip to her, and we are all set.
So we have completed the entire 5-step routine, adding in the dehydrated professional use masks. This is the best way to incorporate CBD into your facial routine. Everything is available in the professional use and retail sized options to take home. Are there any specific products that you recommend for your clients to take home specifically?
Oh my gosh, all of them. The makeup remover is one of my favorite products in the line. It just is so great at, that first cleanse, removing makeup, with that little massage. It's kind of like giving your skin a little hug at the end of a long day when you are, removing all of your makeup and just kind of washing off the day, right? Yeah. So the makeup remover is one of my absolute favorite products. But I have to say, I use a lot of the Chakra Skin products throughout my practice, and I combine those with a lot of the medical grade skincare as well. It's really hard to pick a favorite. The face cream is beautiful, the serum is beautiful, and please don't make me choose just one.
That leaves a well-rounded response for everybody that's tuning in, and to understand that every single product in the sequence does work hand in hand with each other. Layering the products in a sequence really does provide the maximum benefits for your skin. And so thank you so much for having us, Jess. It is truly an honor for us to experience the Chakra Skin facial routine in the palms of your hands.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Chakra Skin has wholesale options available for in-service use items like all of the back bar masks and products. We also have our retail offerings that you can find at chakraskin.com, or call us directly to find out more about wholesale information for your med spa.
So thank you so much for joining us today, and have a wonderful day.